Hello guys, I'm hoping I'm audible to you as I'm making this video second time. First of all, to tell you, I'm not a teacher or something. I'm just a fresher and learning everything on my own. So, an idea came to me that we have to overcome the CRUD operation and do the advanced backend. And what's better than a URL shortener to be work on advanced backend stuff? So this is a simple dashboard app of our URL shortener, which you can see the original URL and short URL, the created at, how many clicks, the status, and actions. You can copy, edit, delete, and analytics. And we can see the analytics board too. In analytics, you can search the thing. Oh, I think there was no data at all. So l- let me explain what this video is about. So I during the redirection of URL, what we were doing initially was that we have some user and we want to go to some short code, I mean the short URL. We click it and then the redirect service, it will find the original URL from our short code and check whether it expired or not. If it's expired, then you can't do anything. And while as you click it and you redirect, so you have to update the click count. And if you are redirecting, then we got to tell the user who is checking your URL, what's his location, what browser is he using. So for that, we also need analytics record in DB, and then we return 302, which is used to redirect, and you get the original URL. So it's a very simple approach, but there's two, three errors if you check. First, you can see that each and every single call you have to upfront check. Suppose if someone press on your shortcode to go to the original URL, the analytics record will be there and the update click count record will be there. And these are DB calls. DB calls are expensive. They will require some resource. So it will a bottleneck. Just suppose that you uh, as a backend engineer, you have to divide your operation something like which is very, very necessary to be done in upfront and something which can be neglected. If I ask you clearly, what are the upfront process? If you are checking that the redirection is the main thing, we can little bit delay the analytics record and update click count. It can't. It's not that much necessary that it should be done at upfront. We can do it after 2 3 minutes, 4 5 minutes. But the redirection is very necessary. Then there's the scene where our updation in comes, and you can also see that there's no caching. And I hope you guys know about caching. You don't have to, while finding the URL, go to every time to our DB and check that URL exists. You can cache it so you know that it exists. So these the upgradation what we did here. So let's go to the our new architecture. So what we change here is suppose the user come and it click on your short code, and then the redirect service will be called. And in the redirect service, there are the two cases, whether it's in cache or not in cache. So suppose if it's cached, then well and good. And if the cache is missed, so what we'll do, we will find the original URL from the DB. So we will query the DB and validate the URL and check its expiry. And after that, we will store it in the Redis cache. So the next time if someone click it, if the user clicks again on that URL, it did not have to go to the DB every single time, and it will reduce load on your DB. Then after that, whether it's for your original URL from cache or not, it will go to the analytics queue, which is a bullmq Redis queue. We use bullmq with Redis on the top of Redis, and it will send 20301 redirect, which will open your original website. And as you know that this your operation is stored in the Redis queue, so it's in the background, it's not upfront, but we need to update the click count and analytics in the background. So let's see how the background will do. Suppose your URL have, I mean your queue have jobs. So there's an analytics worker who will pick job one by one. So what it will do, look URL ID, and it will check whether the URL exists or not. If it not exists, then skip the job. We have no work with it. We don't do anything. But if it exists, then we will begin a transaction. I'm hoping that you guys know about a- ACID properties and what's their uses. So there's a transaction and why we are using transaction. So we are making a analytics and click count. Suppose analytics made and there's no change in click count. uh, it's completely absurd. How can analytics come if someone have not clicked? And vice versa. If click count change but there's no analytics, it's not good. So we will bind it in transaction. So if one query fails, the other will fail and they will revert back. And if both work, then your job is completed. Now let's see in the code base. So this is our Redis and this is our queue on the top of Redis. Let's go to the redirect service. So what redirect service do is here is you can see that it will check cache, and if URL is in cache, then it will check whether URL is expire or not. And if it's not expire, then good to. And if it's expire, then throw a error. If it's not expire, then enqueue it in the analytics queue and return the original URL. Which will later redirect with redirect controller. If the cache fails, then it will come here and it will query the DB to find the original URL from the shortcode. And again, if URL not exist or expired, we will throw the error. Otherwise, we will set it up in Redis as Redis doesn't have this, and we will again enqueue it. Now let's check the our queue. So this is the logger thing in our queue. It's for logging. Have no purpose, just for a developer to see what the error is. This is the main part, analytics queue.add. So we name this operation as track click, and we send the data. You can see that what data contains. Data contains the shortcode, IP, user's IP, user agent, browser, referrer, and click add. Okay, and attempts three. So it will have three attempts. Suppose your uh, DB is wrong or something is error, so it will try three times, and it will not try three in container that check it, error, check it, error, check it. It will do it in exponential basis, and the delay will be of 2 seconds. So first it check if there's error, then it will check again after 2 seconds. Then if it again says, then it will check again after 4 seconds. So this is how it will be done. And one thing which is the add process, the add function is not is a promise. That's why we are using then and again then we are just using logger to debug just for the developer. And if it may miss, then we log this error. Again, we go to the analytics worker, and here we see it's for debug. We have multiple job, and for each job we are doing this process. From job.data, we are getting this data out of shortcode, IP, user agent, referrer, click that, and uh, we check the URL, and if the original URL doesn't exist, then we will return. Otherwise, we will make a transaction. This is the transaction I was talking about, and in the transaction, what we are doing is we are creating the analytics and updating the click count. And if any of them is get error or one process stop, the other have to. Otherwise, it will not be sensible, as I've explained you before. And these are just logger for the developer to see what's error. And so this was the simple change how our backend latencies improve and how we reduce the load on the backend. These are simple nuances of which as a backend engineer you have to know it, as AI it has come and pretty much do the entry level job. So I think we need to excel ourselves and have to think about more on the infrastructure side and how this thing should be scaled. So that's it for today. And if you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. And I hope you like the video. So that's it for today.